Soviet culture. In 1932, Stalin famously declared to a gathering of Soviet writers that they were
engineers of the human soul.
Dmitri Shostakovich performing Lady Macbeth of Mzensk. You've been shut down. This performance is bourgeois and formalistic.
No!
Posters from the 1930s typically show me as the leader of my adoring people. This was effective to get my message across. Komsomol members were some of the most enthusiastic supporters of the 5-year plans. They would go off in large groups to go build new industrial cities. This was a speech by a delegate in the 7th Congress of Soviets in 1935. Thank you, Stalin. Thank you because I am joyful. Thank you because I am well.
Education.
Key features of the education system developed under Stalin.
Number 1, core curriculum laid down. Reading, writing, mathematics, science, history, geography, Russian.
And Marxist theory.
And Marxist theory.
State-prescribed textbooks were used. Ow! School uniforms were compulsory. Girls were obliged to wear their hair in pigtails.
Yeah.
Health. Infant mortality was dropped and the spread of contagious diseases was checked.
A major barrier to improved public health was the lack of living space for most Soviet families.
Nearly all workers lived in overcrowded apartments.
At his death, Stalin's reputation in the Soviet Union could not have been higher. He was officially lauded as the great leader who had made himself an outstanding world statesman, fulfilled the socialist revolution begun by Lenin, purged the USSR of its internal traitors and enemies, turned the USSR into a great modern economy through collectivization and industrialization, led the nation to victory over fascism in the Great Fatherland War, elevated the USSR to the status of superpower with its own nuclear weapons, extended Soviet borders deep into Central and Eastern Europe, and created a communist bloc that rivaled the West in the Cold War. It is significant that the first sustained attack upon Stalinism as a personal form of autocratic rule came from within the Soviet Union itself. Nikita Khrushchev quoted a host of names of innocent party members who had suffered at Stalin's hands.